Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Salone. Good morning to all my viewers there. No matter how side you day, the message go meet you. Another one, another fire, another, we can see another situation, where maybe Africa need for land from, but if it on the parts of Africa, we just not be able to identify, say, the rebel business. It mix now all man in blood. It mix now with all bloods them. The separatists them. Now so we go and call them. People that will like for separate government. But before we start for talk about African issues them, good morning to all. I go like for start and say Allahu Akbar. Allah is great. Allah is great. My first question this morning before we get any topic. Why make policemen in our salon always need or get for take transport from civilians them? That civilian where they go complain. Where they go complain the matter na police. Except if na person die na your house, they must pull money for give policeman a transport for go na your house for go check the situation. Why make that still take place na salon up till now? It's so sad they say policeman, una government they sponsor you. Una forget motorbikes them. Una forget vehicles them. Una forget patrol trucks them. One person call una, say problem they take place, or person can lay complain. Now una for say, can't load inside this motor car, let we go na your house, let we go investigate. But inside salon up till now, if you not go with money, that policeman need to go investigate on time. I go tell you, say go back and come back later. Because in back no get up. Now out of the mass where it get, now they leave. So why make them think that they take place now salon? We're not going to elaborate on that much. Now just a question I want to push out this morning to all we big one them, to all the stakeholders them, and the officers them. Right? When you get problem, you go to complain, then they begin ask you for money. Let me continue. Another one I go just point out and just knock small pull out of the way. The same thing what France do to Mali, where they abandon Mali. Let me repeat this again. The same thing what France do to Mali, where they abandon Mali. And so they go for do Guinea. So the Guineans they need for wake up. They need for open their eyes them. They need for watch. They need for open their ears them and listen and try to understand. Now a trend. This all now for dismantle governments inside Africa. So again, what's not happen inside Mali, it will take time. Because now so France go abandon Guinea. Dumbuya will not forget you. Will not forget you. So let we continue. And people in Guinea, let me repeat this again once more before we move. Una need for wake up now. When I need for wake up now. Africa need for wake up now. Now let we continue small back about inside salon before we continue for push the matter. ACC. We get Ben Fala, Ben Fala or Ken Fala. And him say no decision I made too much. Because this young man would don't give a great position. It's Alex saying back just to enjoy in time, doing in tenure. This Kelfala, Mr. Kelfala. I know so you're not ACC, but we self they check you. We're not the populace, we're not the people and the civilians still. Now we call the check and balance. You there for check government and we there also for check you. A young guy way for be representatives of the youth. And push and do something better. Maybe one day we all will acknowledge and say, this man don't really do something, maybe he deserves another greater position. But this Kelfala guy, it's Alex saying back in just to go and rover around, to go and bluff, to go and take pictures there, just to enjoy the money what governments they pour. And when we talk of anti-corruption, I make a first can this because I listened to radio yesterday. Only things they will anti-corruption get interest pa, now they go put on pa. And I saw the representative state yesterday. And why make them put on so? Even though the man they balance but who talks them, wouldn't be the action of the media. It states that anything when a public interest, we go create a chaos anti-corruption, ACC not go continue for investigate because now public interest. And then they go make an also a anti-corruption interest. So now the kind of work this work can fall already for do. Anything on a public interest, when maybe go upset one side, grumbles and begin to start, anti-corruption will move forward. So regards to the degrees there, then fake documents there, who people and get to their offices there, they be don't give them people there 2 weeks. MDAs them, colleges them, universities them, the police institutions, etc., etc. Una not forget see, even the inspector general. The inspector general, they be also, ask them, they be also request for they improve in documents. So this be that happened 2 weeks ago, what ACC put a mandate, and the mandate's not be fulfilled. Now ACC they probably become more flexible. They kind of the media they give we wrong informations there. They use words them, for changing them position. That repeats this words, the N words say again. They use words in the media for change them position until time fade out based on public interest. So ACC, we know say this tax owner starts so owner say for let people and verify and document them. And would I not get time for exit and not go become a possibility? Because I know say Boku fake degree or masters or doctorate or PhD holders in inside salon. Them Boku, them massive. All the offices there, then gets them there. So for pulling it, now work. But the day then go pulling there, now a man like me go succeed inside salon. Now in Boku students say we don't go land book, we just sit on the waist, go succeed. Because now we own time. Now we supposed for the leading offices there. Not so people there, we don't get documents there, we don't pass 50, 60. Still a thief, we on position or qualifications still. Unethical. So salon so unethical that ACC no government can at the media, on the radio stations there, and tell them the truth. For one great time in salon history, una don't find out something, una know say really they take place. Even with this WAS exam, most students and they spy, but the people that way they create their activities there, or then WhatsApp groups there, for give students and the chance for spy. ACC don't investigate this, they make few arrests, they put a stop to such activity. So if not able to counter that activity, why make not able to put a stop to this? First time in history, what salon for don't do something good. Salon for don't do something sober. What people for don't say, maybe Kelfala, they push out this young guy. Or maybe governments they push out. So what's in our people they expect? Or what's in there I go and end this with? And they states this also on the radio. If the president, His Excellency, really ready, he go put aside all the one there we get fake documents. Now so we go conclude that. If Madabio really ready, His Excellency Dr. Julius Madabio, he go put aside all the one there we get fake documents. And let the one we get the documents there come into existence. Because the young youth there, the young man there, we need chance. We just the waste. Let me continue. Good morning, Tona. We just join me. This na the early morning coffee. And we try for make sure say it warm. Now let we go inside DRC. The Democratic Republic of Congo. Let me go inside DRC. Before I elaborate what's going on inside DRC, I just want to emphasize say Africa, this rebel business to today starts. And rebel business, where they can start the first initiative can start with positive ideas. Now a rebellion squad. Now based on the issues that where they take place in our society, where they know say governments need to serve the people and well. Now sometimes rebel leaders they can use some of their issues in there and say well would they counter, would they go first? The beginning they can start fine. The beginning for the cause. But what it continue, that they mislead now the people them or their intention or their cause. All the rebel groups then they must go through this phase. Then go start fine, then they mislead themselves. Then become evil. Then forget the intention. Then think about power and riches. So now that's to take place inside Africa. And this also don't take place inside Europe. For the talk of the World War II, inside all the other countries, they take inside Europe. Now because of the civil activities there. World governments not they function properly. And civilians then go say we go take arm, or we go get separatist groups then, we go take arm and say we'll counter government. So now inside DRC, conflicts that only take place there for too long. Not what today it starts inside Congo. We don't know what they talk of. And now what's they going? Now we hit the pointers them. The citizens them, now this town called Guma, inside DRC, don't welcome the government. Don't welcome the government for give sanctions them to Rwanda. So the people there inside Guma town don't welcome the concept or the idea for give sanctions them to Rwanda. When I know what's happened inside Rwanda a few years ago, the Hutsis and Tutsis or whatsoever, and now Rwanda don't become one of the countries in Africa where don't develop, even with military might, with education, infrastructure, history, etc., etc. Then get a foundation base. Now one country, this is what I believe, say, maybe go lead that area there, that East Africa area there, well, or not just that area, they just the whole Africa itself, because the way that they come about from the civil war. So why make now Rwanda and Congo get conflict? Because I want to make LEONE understand. Why make Congo and Rwanda get conflict? Now both governments then, good morning to you, Mr. Abdullahi Bangura, Mr. Bobo Mba, good morning to you, my brother. Always the tune in, my brother. Good morning, Tona. So both them governments they portrayed. What's in it they trade? Blames them. So now this they do this, now this, now Danny they do this. Well, between the rebel groups there, now we continue. The Congolese army, the FARDC, gets issues them, or they fight against the M23 rebels them. Now so they call these rebel groups, the M23 rebels them, inside DRC. Now what's in the happen? The people in the east of Congo, they don't abandon their houses them, their towns, their homes. They don't take off. Thousands more now the territory. Also around the north area, the northern, so the north and the east, they don't disappear. They don't disappear because things they get tiggy. And what's in they go on? And they say now, when I listen to this, the fight with the rebels, they don't erupt also last week, now the north of Kivu, the city, Kivu. The fight with the rebels, they don't erupt last week, so now we can put on 2 weeks ago, now the north, along the borders of Rwanda. So now near the borderline to Rwanda, now the fights they take place now the north, and also the east. But a few weeks ago, now inside or around the north, if they take place. Now let me continue for to understand. The latest attack, it led to an increase of tensions between the two presidents Kinshasa and Kigali. Excuse me pronunciation. This latest attacks don't create conflict between the two presidents and then two countries there. Kinshasa and Kigali. What's in Rwanda they say? Now listen to this before we continue. Me I give you pointers them, so now go get the message. Rwanda they say, or the president say, listen, the civilians them, where they are them border areas there, they don't become injured. Now then cross border fights there, based on shellings. The Rwanda they say, the civilians there, where they then cross border areas that they don't become injured, and then cross border shellings there of its territory by the Congolese military. So shellings there, what do you mean shellings there? Bombs there. Bombs and they drop now the borderline where they go inside Rwanda. regards to the fights where they take place between the Congolese army and the M23 rebels them. Now let me continue. Kigali of Rwanda, he also accused the DRC for backing. Now listen to this, so we go back to history. And I don't know if them rebels still exist, but listen to what happened recently. Kigali of Rwanda, they accused the DRC for backing the Hutu rebels. The Hutu, Hutu rebels inside Rwanda. So Rwanda, they blame, the DRC, say they still back the Hutu or Hutu rebels inside Rwanda. And also, the Congolese now abduct 2 of Rwanda and Sojamane. That means the Congolese don't capture 2 Sojamane who belong to Rwanda. Three accusations. The one, bomb shellings and they drop at the border area inside Rwanda. The second, the support of the Hutu or Hutus rebels. Then the third one, again the abduction of the Sojamane. Now let me continue. But the Congolese army man say, let me continue. He said the Sojamane then trespass. I make me not kill a command trespass na my territory. It can offend me, it provoke me, it make me vex, especially certain time them. The Congolese army say, the Rwanda Sojamane then trespass. They never be done cross border. So the local police Sojamane then detain them. And that take place. And detain them. They not deny that too. Now let me continue. What's in the DRC also they accuse Rwanda for? Because there are 2 sides. I'll go for talker. What's in the DRC they accuse Rwanda for? They accuse Rwanda for also backing the M23 rebels. Do me, I do you. Right in the bar. So Rwanda they blame Congo there, so that they supports the Hutu rebels there. Now Congolese they accuse Rwanda, say they back the M23 rebels there. Now let me continue. The rebels last month they attacked 2 Congolese army them, army base near the border of Rwanda. What thing would they try for say? Congolese and they get base near Rwanda, and what happened? The rebels saying they go attack this base here, this M23 base. The M23 rebels here, where they inside Congo. Then go attack the base where the Congolese then get near Rwanda. So the Rwandans them, they blame the Congolese them, they blame the Rwanda government for support the M23 rebels there. Regards to even the attack where take place near them border areas there. I hope so now they get some. And that take place. And also the advance, they don't move. They don't get to town still. After the attacks there. So like say the M23s and they become more powerful. The rebel groups them. And hundreds of people, stage an anti-Rwanda protest, inside Kinshasa. Inside Kinshasa. So what's again with the trifle state? Earlier I think say I make small blunder who even call the president's name again the city name, but whatsoever. But inside Kinshasa, the Rwandans, them, the anti-Rwandans, the people over there against the Rwandans, them, don't stage protests. Don't stage a protest against the Rwanda people, them, or the Rwanda government. And then people there also don't go stage protests at the Rwanda embassy, at the embassy itself. That means that they are against the Rwanda government based on their support to the M23 rebels them. And that's not going to take place. That's not going to take place. So the Rwanda listen to this. So it's not fighting the M23 rebels. The Rwanda, they not affect the M23 rebels them. Meaning the rebels stay where they inside the DRC. The Rwandans are not concerned. They need to affect them rebels there or create any measures them for stop the attacks there inside Congo. So if they need to do that, that means that they're in support of the rebel threats where they go on inside the DRC. That's not fact. I don't know. Now we continue. You know, the civilians, they also said, the civilian from the DRC said, said they are fighting Rwanda's forces. The DRC are fighting Rwanda forces. This not a civilian will make this comment. And this is very sad if not that to take place. The DRC are fighting the Rwanda forces. So that means not so the rebels and now the feds. We probably expect say maybe now the M23 them and the Hutu them and they forget about because the Hutu them and they inside Rwanda. Then the M23 them and they inside Congo. But not to that to take place. They say what's going to take place from civilians the month. They say this is a battle between the Congolese army and Rwanda army or army forces them. Now that's to take place. And Congo don't accuse Rwanda for the back the M23. And Rwanda don't blame Congolese them for also they support the Hutu rebels them. Very sad for Africa. Let we continue. You know. And we hope say, and what's in the DRC, they hope that, them back don't drain the East Africa community. The, I guess a G5 or another G something, don't drain this East African community. And the regional leader, go intervene very soon based on the issues there, where they take place inside the DRC. So, to me, it's shame, car game, because I know so now you named down the car game, where they inside Rwanda, you for be a patriot to Africa. You're not a militant soldier man, maybe don't serve, don't become a president. And you for be a patriot to Africa, not to just to Rwanda. And you don't develop your country for let it become more advanced. Maybe they think say this gentleman now a anti-American or anti-NATO or Europeans or whatsoever. They want to see the development of Africa, follow unite and prosper. But if you take the measures there with a neighboring country, well maybe now you for help foster a change. And say the DRC they're very corrupt, just like Sudan. Just like Sudan. The DRC very corrupt like Sudan. So it's not a big shame to Rwanda for participate in then conflicts there or for be accused of supporting the rebels where they take place inside the Congolese area, the M23s there. So again, Africa would only get their separatists. I want to use this word as separatists because now that's then they use for the European system. They no one call them rebels, they call them separatist groups them. We get different ideologies based on government. So now the same thing inside the DRC. They get separatist groups them, one of them M23s there. They get separatist groups them, one of the Hutus there inside Rwanda. And we don't see other separatist groups them inside Africa. Example, if you don't understand, even inside Salone, for the Sanko be a separatist group. But they identify as a rebel. The late for the Sanko, So if we don't see them things there, and we know say we get conflict, and we major issue in Africa, and tribal issues them. Too many tribes, too many languages them. Why make we not sit down, with all the African leaders, and they all put their head or their small sense them together for solve this issue when it comes to tribal. Because that's not going to ever stop. The language then go continue. The tribes that already they exist. Now the world don't become tight. Because if man still be the migrate, believe me, another language will don't come about. Because now all people they migrate, different people they go meet in certain locations them. They find way for communicate and blend languages then together. That's the form a new language. But the world long they choke small, you know, and people need to migrate too much again. So we all are accustomed to the languages that now they exist. So we need for find way for solve them issues there in South Africa. You know, regards to we separatist groups them. We're not needful. They're not needful. This not just backwardsness. You know, and the issues there are not important or significant because now tribal issues. And what's in the creates then tribal issues there? Where one group feel like say they become affected. Governments don't care for them or they become abandoned. You know, certain areas they enjoy the privileges that all governments they offer. Like example, hospitals them, schools them. You know, just the basic facilities they needs. So let me say for certain area there, let me see an example now, just to create a name of a town. Let me say Konko. If Konko na be a town, you know, and Konko no get school, no get medical facilities there, no get police barracks, no get sojaman barracks, no get nothing. The people that were in Konko, they suffer. Believe me, the all one they go take arms, they say they go fight government. Because we back with the parts of the system, with the parts of the country, but they're not careful. So the next thing they take place in South Africa. And it's easy for solve. It's easy for solve, but the leaders then they put their small sense then together. You know? So we hope for change inside the East African countries there. Let you know migrate inside again West Africa. Because we don't only see conflicts here for too long. You know? Ghana be don't experience their own, Nigeria be don't experience their own civil war in the 70s, in the 80s. It be fearful. Say Salon experience their own civil war. You know? So let me continue. Now brace up inside Nigeria. Let me talk small inside Nigeria. I promise you now, say this day will be a solid day and I go try for fulfill that. You know? Inside Nigeria, the alimony coffee wants small. Politics don't begin to arise. Things don't become tiggy. You know, say the party then where they inside Nigeria, they get the similarity names them, or let me say the abbreviations them. The abbreviations are not the same, but just what's in the letters they abbreviate can be different. You know, like then get APC inside Nigeria, we'll get APC inside Salone. What's in the APC stand for inside Nigeria? I don't really know, to be truthfully honest, but I need to investigate because I'm supposed to know. But inside Salone are All People Congress. You know? So we'll get a gentleman we want contest for presidency inside Nigeria. Mr. Tinubu, Tinubu. This conversation, I need Professor come up. LEONE know the conflicts of politics. That is all about interests. Party, family, business, no did. You know, dog eats dog. Now a cutthroat business. We don't understand in terms there. Maybe you don't move it and the diaspora. You know? Or you don't move it. Now a cutthroat business. Today I did for you. If not take time tomorrow, now me go kill you. Tinubu say the presidential candidates for APC. They say without in Tinubu. You know, the president who then gets right now, Buhari, if that's what they pronounce his name, and if don't become president inside Nigeria. The president who then gets now inside Nigeria. You know, enough to be president, with if not so for in. And what's happened? They say everyone stand for, or everyone run for presidency. Everyone contest for presidency. Around that time, then they say, but, you know, Buhari, he talked to him. He say, you know, I'm not run. He say, can't be me vice president. Help me, Lord, we run together. No, be me vice president. You know? Why make Buhari go meet this man here and say, I'm not run, be me vice president? They must say something. Now let me continue. Buhari say, you know, what's in that thing to do, they explain. Oh, Buhari go meet him. He say, the last time we in contest, what the current president Buhari contest, Because when you start for contest first, before you become president, he said the first time when you contest, no start some proper, with Okadigbo, I'll be in running mates that, he said the Nigerians will not be votes for. Now this now Buhari, they went out to Tinubu, Tinubu. He said the first ever contest, he said the Nigerians will not vote for me. He said they're not vote for me. He said so, he do back another one, he contest back again. With Igbo, with the IGBO, Igbo. He said Nigerians will not vote for me. He said they'll not vote for me at all. He said so, it look like say, what's now Tinubu say, I don't know if not this Buhari say, or I think say, and they try to make a rhetorical statement, He say even if Buhari be face the Pope for run as in VP, enough will be win inside Nigeria. Even if Buhari, who are the presidents now, be face the Pope for contest as in vice president, it's still not for be win. So now he make this gentleman go meet any Tinubu. Buhari go meet Tinubu. He said, with you, I get great chance for win. Only if you can be me VP. Say, dear, can run with me. He said, you don't run for 6 governors there. You never lost. And all the talk of governors there, not so funny tied to the name in Nigeria. Almost like a president. If you're not a governor, you're powerful. They say don't run for 6 governors there. You're not lost. It says so, can be me VP. Then Buhari be no say the time where he go meet this man here, na be the right time, very calculated. Verily calculated. For win. So Tinubu say, he told Buhari, say, okay. He said, I don't agree. He said, but first thing, what for do? He said, for build the party first. We for build the party first. Therefore, build the APC party first. He said, so what thing they begin do? He said they finish for build the party. That means, they first can new people on board. People also from PDP, etc. So the party don't become solid. The moment when the party becomes solid, now they didn't change pa Tinubu. They didn't change pa. They say then Buhari first can again another ideology or what's in the tell them. They say 2 Muslim people are not going to become president and vice president inside Nigeria. If the one are Muslim, the other one for be Christian. So now that's they can't tell any Tinubu. So what did Tinubu say? He said, well, first, so they start the campaign against them. So Tinubu says, well, he says, okay. He says, well, me I go appoint a Christian VP. If that's what he want go, he said, well, he go appoint a Christian VP. He go nominate one for save the party image. Because him back just want to make the party win. So for save the party image, he go appoint a VP one a Christian. So he nominated Mr. Yemi Osinbajo. Now that's he do. He appointed Mr. Yemi Osinbajo inside Nigeria. And Tinubu says he surrender all in rights them to this gentleman as the VP. So what's he entitled to him? He don't pass him over to Mr. Yemi Osinbajo. He reinforce it, now the truth this, he don't tell Nigerians. Now the whole truth this, so the entire truth, nothing but the truth. So now the APC, listen again what's they go. The APC chairman inside Nigeria, APC members them, they don't like this outburst what Tinubu make, recently. They don't like him. They say you want to be a contestant or contestants or whatsoever. They say, but we don't like the way you go about things. So why make the first can this inside Nigeria? Huh? Why make a face and come? And then can same conflict say I will get inside saloon. You know, now, you know, Samoa Kamara don't come out too. Me, I'm afraid for Samoa Kamara. Let this campaign not make it for don't just know. You know, are they for Samoa Kamara, but are the supporter, another for APC. Any person, as they support also of SLPP, they will not no go judge me what just not wrong. Anybody who want to stand, are they in support if you dey in good faith or you get good intentions them? Well, all man gets the right for stand for presidency. So now that's make I use the word say, well, I support in cause. But at the end of the day, for be real with the cause, the age don't tell on this man. Are they worry enough for don't doing the campaign? You know? It don't age. Look Tinubu inside Nigeria. It don't age. Bukari they all don't age. All the man that we want to be president inside Africa don't they age. Why this curse? Even though we know say, because I talked this before that, inside Africa, the young man go only mature what he about, well, let me say become an adult when I 23 years of age. Overseas we go say 18. But Africa about 23. A young man can become mature when they're about maybe in 35, they're going 40 inside Africa, which is very sad. In other countries, then personally become mature when they're about 20 or 25. So now I make maybe we still get this tendency for get late money or ageable money for be president. And by the time where they can age, then things say that the more they can get more wisdom. But to my own observation, at the time they can become more stupider. At the time the fool can pass smack. Because the sense can only day for maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years span. Where you 40, say you 45, maybe the sense they come. As you don't cross 45, so the fool begin to add up. If money dey. I thought, knock your chest. I go, knock my chest. If na me own time, and I know it's not my own time. Anyway, so that's the take place inside Africa. Nigeria is salon. Now just a copycat business. Conflict of interest. You know? Not get any interest for the people there. It's also old puppy them. Why make you not invest in a young guy who they go groom as a better president for a nation? But that part we want to stand few years ago. They don't come back. The tower say they still want to stand. Now that's somehow make Leona the think. So Samura, they will continue for stand. And APC, they get young, vibrant candidates there we want to stand. But they will get them away inside salon? No. They not will get them away. They not will get them away. They not will get them away. And one time I reinforce before we continue back, you know, to the next topic. Congo them, the DRC, now the most neglected country, now the whole world, regards to the civil conflict. For over 2 years now, the population, they starve, hunger, they kill people there inside Congo. And that same hunger they don't transfer go inside Somalia. That same hunger they don't transfer go inside Ethiopia. When I see them recent news today, a few months ago. But the city or the presidents then, you need to see them say then they suffer. They always they smile. But now the areas there where they abandon, people then they suffer, hunger, they kill people them. You know, but the DRC now one place this, you know, well, they abandon, the world abandoned, the UN abandoned. They neglect them totally. And this is the second year where they run, you know, on hunger. You know, a third of its population there went hunger or went through hunger last year. You know, third of its population. Third of its population inside Congo. The UN they do nothing. You know? So let me continue. Now inside Ethiopia. Let we tackle it. Let we tackle inside Ethiopia. That make you understand back what they go on tigi one. This is funny when I go smile. When I know say I better give thumbs up to, you know, Ahmed. I mean him sick. You know say Ahmed back and be a former militant. Now I don't become the minister, the prime minister inside Ethiopia. You know, and nobody agree, nobody tolerates the Tigrayan rebels inside Ethiopia. But I don't begin to sympathize small with the rebels there. I saw you. No, nothing similar a rebel. But we all get rebel tendencies there. If you deny that day, you're not number one rebel. All man get rebel tendencies. Why make I go tell you say all man get rebel tendencies there? Something the old governments to do, where you back with the talk say, and don't let what governments to do so, no, not fear to we. Look how they suffer today. Now a rebel tendencies that you get so. Because you back don't begin to rebel. You don't begin to voice out. You know? So the rebels there inside Ethiopia, at first are they against them, but now are they try to understand the situation. Italics say they try to isolate or marginalize them people there. They try to marginalize them people there, and they not. You know? Let me continue. The good thing around this territory, so far what me they see, the presidents inside the Eritreans or the Eritreans, then president, the Ethiopians, then prime minister, the Somalia, then president, and they in peace. I say look like they in peace, in good times. You know, I say look like. So what's gonna happen now? The Eritrea force system then shelled a town in northern Ethiopia, May 31st. Now listen to this. We just don't talk of Congo and Rwanda. Now Eritrea, then back they throw bombs them inside Ethiopia, the northern parts of Ethiopia, you know, and around, well, they report this issue around May 31st. Reported May 31st. So what's here would they try for safe? I don't understand the picture clear. Ethiopia, they allow the Eritrean force system, another country, neighboring country, for bomb or attack the rebel system where they now the northern part of Ethiopia. When I say the conflicts now, Congo they accuse Rwanda, say Rwanda they support M23 rebel system. Rwanda they push say the Congolese and they support the Hutu rebel system inside Rwanda. Now the Ethiopians then they encourage or allow another country, Eritrea, for bomb inside their own country, the northern part, for fetch the rebels say where they inside Ethiopia. Now let me continue. And the bombardment there, don't they continue for a while. After 2 months of a relative peace, after 2 months of relatively peace, when I know say peace we don't come around in December. Because before I begin the issue, I be talk say things don't slow down. Peace don't come, the rebels don't retreat. You know? So they try to get peace for about 2 months. But it look like say what Eritrea they bombard the rebels in the north or the peoples in the north, that they ignite issues them. Now that's the rebels and they try for say. You know? And let me continue. 14 years old Pekin, girl Pekin, be get killed through them bombardments there. You know, 12 houses then damaged, you know, regards to them bombardments there, you know, around this northern area. Around this northern area. Now, what's in the Tigrayan People or Liberation Front say? The Tigrayan People Liberation Front. The TPLF. Well, then, now they actually, they're not this area, this northern area. Now they own the area, actually. Now they get the northern parts of Ethiopia. The Tigrayan rebels. And no matter how the government or the minister, they control the east, the south, the west, but the north, they're not able to control it. Because of the rebels that they control the north inside Ethiopia. Now, let me continue. Let me continue. What's in the Tigrayan rebels then say? They say, you know, then they accuse now Eritrean forces for attacking its troops them inside Siraro, if not so them pronounce this city name with the Shiraro. They say that they accuse now the Eritreans then for attack their own forces they wouldn't get. Now this city, Siraro, you know, if I pronounce it right, excuse me, pardon me. You know, about 7 miles away from Eritrea, Ethiopia borders. About 7 miles away from Eritrea and Ethiopia borders. You know, in between the borders, then 7 miles away from Eritrea to Ethiopia borders. Then people there then throw bombs them for attack peoples them, you know, or attack them troops them. You know, so remember also that the Eritreans have been supporting the Ethiopian forces then since 2020. The rebels, they want to make LEONE understand this. Not to me want to make LEONE understand this, so, you know, Tasmo come for analyze things still. The rebels, they want to make LEONE know, say, the Eritrean forces them, they don't tell that they support the Ethiopian forces them, starting 2022, against the TPLF. You know, and this now an attempt for escalate the tension and for drag also the TPLF into action. I repeat this again. This now an attempt to escalate tension and drag the TPLF into action. So then bombardment say where they come out from Eritrea, they come inside the northern part of Ethiopia. This go ignite tension for let them man they are also, you know, go into action. And if they go into action, what are again the people? What are again they suffer? Now the Ethiopian people them, the Ethiopian people them. You know, the war will go back inside Ethiopia. And if they continue this trip, they go miss for going inside Addis Ababa. They go miss. Now we continue. Tine get tigi. And what's in the TPLF they say? They also elect them. When they don't report, so don't complain. Then give them back, they don't report them. Now rebel LEONE in the play. They say they don't kill 4 Eritrean commanders then. 4 commanders then. It's just like Ukraine they bombard Russia's then generals them. Tigi one. You know, they say them back don't knock down 4 Eritreans then commanders them. Say they don't knock down 300 Eritreans so Germany doing these flare-ups. You know? When I just this 3 shell step, when I ignite issue, well, we don't begin a one on back small. Oh, now excuse me, this is not a laughing matter. But if we will not laugh about the issues there, you know, what's he going to do? People then they cry, they run away, they suffer, they die. You know, the big fool just they continue with their presidents there. We don't know what's going on. You know, we don't know what's going on. So again, they don't tell us, say, we don't want 4 of you, you know, you commander them, we don't also want 300 soldier man. And also, you know, they also say they shell them within 2 days, around the 28th or the 29th May. Okay. Then get something for them. You know, the TPLF said, you know, the minister, the Eritrean minister, before we go to what's in the TPLF continue for talk, you know, the Eritrean minister, Yimani, that's what I'm pronouncing him, we didn't question about their attacks there. And not getting immediate response. Like when you go ask somebody something, when I involve, when I get on, you know, accusations there. If you're innocent, you go say, I don't know nothing, you know, we ain't another day. Well, the Eritreans, the minister, and not respond immediately, and up to now, I don't get any answer. They also talk to the Ethiopian military spokesman, Colonel Jetnet, with the GET, Jetnet, NET. They asked her about the accusations there. And back, not get any comment. They asked also the government spokesman, Tulu. And back, not get any comment. No response to any messages them. Regards to the complaints saying what is TPLF they make. That's the Eritreans there and the Ethiopians there, and then the tag team, the military forces them, against the rebels there we reside in the north. And if this to take place, I don't know how to judge this issue. We not judge, we not the people them. I make Tasmo come for disseminate and analyze things, but I go left opinions them. You know, Tona, when I go create the opinions them. So again, TPLFC, you know, this they ignite issue, and they're ready for them. And what are the sponsor them groups there? This TPLF. Today, I be accused say the United Nations, I mean the USA gets armed for support the military, you know, groups. They're rebel groups there. That's the United States gets armed for support the rebel groups there. But eventually, if we will not take time, you know, it might be say Russia now will come into play. Because what make they talk so, Ethiopians them, they don't go now, you know, the embassy in Russia, I mean Ethiopia, excuse me again, the information about Kuna made, and sometimes why they talk, thing they didn't made. You know? The Ethiopians them, they don't go now the embassy inside Ethiopia, the Russian embassy, for go enlist, for go fetch the war inside Ukraine. We now understand now, and then people are away, we go to line for go enlist. It might be people them from the north. The rebels them, the Tigrayan rebels them. So very soon, Russia go support them rebel groups there where they're not the north for counter them two forces there. You know, the Eritreans there and Ethiopians there. I can't for analyze the news too now. And when I don't forget say Russia now don't go sit down inside Mali. Because France don't run away from Mali. Very soon France go run away from Guinea. So any outside France come out, Russia go. And when I know say France they with NATO. And Russia not they with NATO. So all man they per billion military forces and strength or alliance system for the upcoming World War III. So the rebels them, they don't become a disadvantage or they don't marginalize them for too long. Then go use this as an opportunity for fight against government if we African leaders don't wise up and try for fix the issues there. Then go use this as an opportunity for drain, you know, Russia. And then eventually Russia go back them up and then go against government. So now that's Charles we don't analyze. Now that's thing that Charles we hate. And Allahu Akbar to Allah for the great insightful words in this morning. You know? Because that's today about for insights positively. So we will conclude what thing we'll get for this morning. That's how we'll end up. You know, when I think of the issues there, and then when I know not to by mistakes the issues there they take place. You know, if you look around the world, it's all about alliance system. It's all about power. And the most important thing, power not for be rendered to one area. Power for be split. Power for be shared. Power not to a continuous process for one person, but it for be shared. And it for be shared also in every region. All man for experience or enjoy power. The liberty of power count. And all people and all they experience that, separatist groups then go come about. Then separatist groups there that they will call rebels there. In the European places them. In Africa, na rebels them. So all man are rebel. And we not rebels them. If one of they take place, how can end this now today? If one of they take place, man not be the kill man. Man not be the effect man. Man hearts be clean for man. We all live in peace. We they try for be perfect. Maybe Allah for go they show in face. Or maybe the angels them for go they calm down. Maybe for we don't see signs a long time ago. But the evil way so bakupa man them, we not ever see sign or see Allah or una way they wait for the coming of Christ. Una continue because una too evil. Una get a blessed.